I'm pretty disillusioned with gaming lately. At least a lot of modern games. Uh, this video we got cat in the background over here. Um, yeah, I was just making coffee this morning, and I've been off of work lately and stuff. And I was just making my coffee and thinking about, uh, can't wait to hop back into Final Fantasy 16, which I decided to pick up and play recently. And I'm really enjoying my time with that game. But I've also been focusing on going back to a lot of uh, older games specifically to try to scratch that itch of playing video games for the fun factor of it, I just feel like a lot of games these days just lack the fun aspect. You have so many things vying for your attention all the time, whether it be, movies, TV, obviously gaming. And just when you have all these, like social media, when you have all these things vying for your attention, at least for me, like my main hobby's gaming, I don't watch much TV or movies that much anymore. And so I game a lot, and I still love gaming, but I've become very very disillusioned the last several years. And I don't think all of it's just like age or getting older. Just these companies these days, now more than ever, just monetizing things that shouldn't really be monetized, trying to penny pinch people. Um, Back in the day, you go. I remember growing up going to GameStop and uh, you know, uh, people in their late 20s like me, early 30s now, especially, we probably grew up going to GameStop and trading things in. You get a game from GameStop, beat it in a few weeks, go have your parents take you back, you go get something else, trade it back in, get something else. Um, and I was around, for the end of Blockbuster as well, so you go rent games, try to get as much progress as you can over a week or so. And, if you're lucky, your parents let you rent it back out, the next week to for you to be able to try to finish it and stuff. So, obviously, as an adult, I have significantly less time to do things. Um, but with me I've been off work lately, and with that uh, kind of free time, like I said, I've been trying to use it to my advantage and try to pick back up on some games and stuff. Man, it really puts it into perspective when you have all this free time again, kind of like you when you were a kid. But you just realize that whenever you press play on a game that's released within like the last decade, 9 times out of 10, I mean, it's just like um, a lot of games are multiplayer focused, obviously nowadays. Even if it is single player, it's just like some games are just ridiculous with DLC monetization. Um, it's just kind of it's been here for a long time, and people have been talking about it for a long time. But I feel like now more than ever, people are really like realizing like, hey, uh, what's going on, man? Things are more expensive than ever. People have less free time, less money, less everything to try to enjoy their hobbies, man. And a lot of us just want that fun aspect back in video games. So, um, you know, uh, I can go into many different facets of that, and I could potentially do that in other videos and stuff. But I wanted to spend the rest of this video, talking about games I'm playing currently. And if you're feeling like me, where you're kind of disenfranchised with always online, games, even when they don't need to be, single player games that are online only for some reason, you're just sick of all that, man, and you just want to hop into some good old gaming. Here's what I've been playing lately. I picked up a copy of Midnight Club LA Complete Edition for the 360. And this thing back here behind me, the Xbox Series X, we won't get into Microsoft and Xbox and all that stuff this video, but uh, I got one 2 years ago or so when it was super cheap, like $250 or something. They were trying to get rid of these things like at a Walmart nearby, and so I caught one. And admittedly, I haven't used it too much since then. But here lately, I have been using it for the backwards compatibility aspect because the Series X is awesome with that. Granted, you have to be online as well for that to, be even you'd be able to use your old disc and everything for that. And one day that's probably gonna be kaput. But anyway, uh, all that being said, the Series X has been awesome right now when I just want to lay in bed with my cat over here. And yeah, I'm talking about you. And um, just play older games like the Time Splitters fan remake came out recently, and I've been playing that. Um, but it made me want to go back and hop into like Time Splitters Future Perfect, Time Splitters 3. And I've been using the Series X to go through and do the campaign in that game, and it's been awesome. It upscales it to like 4K. Um, I could be mistaken, but I think it's like a Series X update to the frame rate and stuff too. It could be wrong, but regardless, that game's awesome and still holds up now in this year in 2025, going into 2026. Awesome game. I've been enjoying that. Also picked up, like I mentioned before, picked up a copy of Midnight Club LA Complete Edition, and man, that game's it's just Rockstar before they went full stop on just full force into GTA primarily, and Red Dead. And I love those series too, but like I miss when Rockstar used to do other games, man. And Midnight Club is just so fun, uh, your character that you play as, the racers you go up against, they're all, mocking each other, and it feels so lively. The world feels awesome. Um, the car customization for the time that game came out is awesome. The livery designer is crazy. Um, and it's just fun, man. It's just a fun game. Um, and everything's included on the disc. You know, um, and uh, so those are like the two main like retro games I'm going back and playing. I've also been picked back up on like Forza Motorsport 4. A lot of people's favorite or the best Forza Motorsport game that's ever come out in a lot of people's opinion. And that game looks phenomenal on a 360 because it's not backwards compatible. I have my 360 plugged up back here too. That game looks phenomenal. Uh, I'm just like playing it, and it's like a smooth like 60 frames, and it's like 1080p obviously, but like it looks 4K. It's crazy. The graphics are stunning in that game for that time. It's ridiculous. Um, and it's just fun, man. You just pop in a disc and play. You don't have to wait for installs or none of that. It's just great. And then the modern game that I've been going back. I've been trying to pick up like RPGs and stuff. Like it's just JRPGs, so like that's not really my cup of tea, my bag when it comes to gaming. But I've been trying to pick up like at least one RPG to try to play through it. And uh, Final Fantasy 16, I played the demo on Steam, and it looked absolutely awesome. I thought it played nicely, and I've been going through that and just having a blast so far. I'm 5-6 hours in maybe now, and it just elicits that like, hey, there's no like grand open world to this game. Like you have open zones and stuff, but like that could be a video within itself, right? And open worlds and stuff, but um, man, it just kind of brings me back to like the PS3 and 360 era, where it's like, hey, this doesn't have to be like a full like stuffed, overblown over like overworld map. It's like an open world game. You can have a great narrative, great characters, let them have time to build these relationships and everything, uh, to drive the narrative points home, and just have tight gameplay in these tightly crafted areas, to where you could still kind of roam around and do side quests and stuff like that, but like let's not just make this into anything it doesn't need to be. Um, and that's just it's just been awesome. That's an example of a game, in my opinion, that I've been really enjoying, and it's brought me a lot of fun. I feel like it's a fun video game, fun and modern video game. It looks awesome, sounds great, plays great, and I'm just enjoying it as of right now. So, um, but yeah, I just kind of want to get on here and spout off, kind of where my mental's at with gaming and what I'm currently going through with gaming, stuff I've been playing, and if you watched this video all the way to here, thank you for listening to a man ramble on about nothing. And at the end of the day, in the grand scheme of stuff, um, but yeah, feel free to drop in the comments if you got this far. What have you been doing? If you do you feel the way I do? First off, if you do feel the way I do with gaming right now, what have you been doing to combat that? What games are you playing? Really, just anything though in the comments. Just feel free to drop it. And that's about it for this video, guys. See ya.